Do we know what tyranny is? Do we have even a clue what tyranny really truly is? Let me tell you something. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video has got to be worth 10,000 words. All right? So I'm looking at this video that somebody sent me this morning, okay? All right? And while I'm looking at this video, I'm trying to listen very closely to see what's transpiring, what's taking place. And, of course, I can tell you exactly what's transpiring, taking place. You see, you have been conditioned to think that you live in a country where you are free. You live in a police state. And this video is going to prove it. And, of course, you know, many of us, we don't do too much to try to help others, you know, to try to help others preserve their freedoms and their rights and stuff. But I'm going to show you something. I've got questions before I let you see this video. And it's remarkable. It's this. Now, what's going on is this. You have a man and a woman that lives in a suburban, typical American neighborhood. All right? And apparently one of the neighbors is upset with the basketball goals. So what does he do? He goes, calls the government. The government sends out, it looks like a social worker, along with the enforcement of a state police. And you know what they do? They get the DOT, that's what we consider here in Tennessee. They get the state to bring their tractors, their dozers, or their front loaders, and their dump trucks out, and they start pulling up all the basketball goals in the neighborhood. Huh? That's the reason why I tell you folks, get out of the city. I'm not telling you get out of the city because, you know, I think it's a wonderful place to live. No, because your freedoms are literally gone. Your freedoms are eroded. And, you know, most people today, we're not the same quality of people as there was way back then when we had the American Revolution and the Civil War. We're not. We have allowed laws of this land to become God. And so we don't know what it means to exist and live in what we call a free society. Now, my question is this. My question is this. What kind of person would actually go out and work for a government that would trample on the civil liberties and the rights of American citizens? You think about this for a moment. Here's a lady that's going to trespass upon private property, a police that's getting paid by the state that's going to enforce this so-called rule of law, and then you got all these other people who know it's wrong. You can tell in their conscience is wrong, but because they are getting a paycheck, because they're getting a paycheck, oh, it's the law, it's the law. What about the law of property rights, private property? But they're going to pull up a basketball goal that has been there for 60 years, all because one neighbor gets on the telephone, and he rats out. And these people are just going to come in and take it. You see, I remember just some time ago over in Egypt, before all this stuff started taking place, this man had a stand-up, if my memory serves me correct. Don't quote me verbatim, though. Just go back and look at video. But there's this man setting up a stand. And all of a sudden, the government police comes up and says, show me your papers. The man says, what? Show me your papers. My papers? You know what the man does? He sets himself on fire. He burns himself, because what in the hell is there used to living if you can't live free? Here in this country, America, we're a police state whether you like it or not, but here in this country, a little boy and little girl cannot set up a neighborhood lemonade stand without some policeman making rounds, coming around, and then asking the children, where is your papers? I mean, do you have a permit for that? Oh, my. You see what I'm talking about? You see, what happened over in Egypt is that man got fed up. And that man started a real revolution where bloodshed is involved. And that's what's happening here in America. Because this beast system is pushing really, really hard. And people, whether anybody likes it or not, people can only take so much before they snap. And that's just the truth. They can only withstand so much. My advice to people out there, you better be very careful how you deal with people, because people are on edge right now. They're on serious edge. And a lot of people better start thinking about it, whether you be working for the government, or whether you be a citizen in the neighborhood, you people better start being very, very careful, boy. And I'll tell you the reason why, because whether we like it or not, bullets are going to start flying and people are going to start dying because of some nonsense of what we see like this. Because the human spirit, I don't care how righteous, unrighteous you may be, I don't care what doctrine you may ascribe to, people can only withstand so much. I still question the kind of character of people who would take a job that would trample on other Americans' rights because they said it's the law. Huh? Whose law? What law? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? This is not the land of the free and home of the brave. No, it ain't either. No, it ain't. No, this is a police state. And now we got neighbors out there that are getting disgruntled, ratting out other neighbors, and they take the government and they come in, trespass on private property, lie to them, just in order to get the mission accomplished. See, I keep telling you, it's all about strategy. That's how lawyers and court system do. They don't care about truth. They don't care about anything but getting done what they want done. And I'm telling you, the balloon is about to bust here in America because of these oppressive laws. The people are only going to withstand so much. So that's the reason why I'm here this morning. I'm here to help actually promote this video, because I think that these people's rights have been trampled on, and I think this video needs to go out as a YouTube firestorm to wake up everybody so that everybody can see, instead of everybody remaining individuals sitting off in their little fear-mongering huts where they're fearful to even look outside because they're afraid somebody's going to tell on them because they're drinking a cup of coffee in their yard. And then the audacity of these people to tell them, get back in your house. You can't even stand out on your lawn. Ooh. I'm trying to tell you, the push and the siege is on. The beast is pushing hard. I'm telling you. And like that man set himself on fire over in Egypt, there's a firestorm coming here in America because of these oppressive laws. I tell you what, I question the kind of character and nature of these people who would take a job that would trample upon American civil, what you know, what is right, just naturally. Forget the laws that are on the book. They ain't God. You know what is just naturally right. And yet you still will enforce something like that? I tell you what, we got some serious problems. I'm telling you. You know what? There may be something so small as this that may ignite, that literally may ignite, turning the United States of America upside down because the people can't take it no more. They can't take it no more. And of course, hey, so be it. But I want you to check this video out, and then I want you to pass it around. And that's the truth.
My wife was dropping off my daughter from school this morning and coming back through Ashburn Hills. She saw about 5 or 6 Del Dot trucks, big ones. Monster dump truck with a couple basketball, already having 2 basketball hoops in the back of it. A front end loader, 2 or 3 guys to every truck. Coming out, pulling basketball poles up, but only a specific 8 basketball poles. If you drive through the neighborhoods, it's not every basketball pole in the neighborhood that would be quote-unquote in violation. It's a specific 8, and it's on one of our neighbors at the end of the street's route out of the neighborhood, and he's the one who made the anonymous complaint that started this all back in September. The pole has been here for 60 years. Why all of a sudden did it become a problem? She saw the trucks coming, and they started pulling in down the street, and they started down at the bottom. So she said, I'm going up the pole. Get me a cup of coffee. So I watched. I got her a cup of coffee. She climbed up the car, sat up on the pole. Minute. Oh, here they come. Here he is. They're back. I may have to end this interview.
Unfortunately, and I can understand your situation. Unfortunately, Del Dot has the right of way. They've sent out certified letters. I don't want to.
But we have responded back to those letters, myself and my state representative, and we have not gotten responses to our responses to them.
Okay.
So we felt this matter was still pending, and for them to come out here and ambush us at 8:15 in the morning and start stealing basketball poles is not right.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now, though, okay?
Can I have 2 hours to get my TRO filed?
No, you may not.
Why?
The car needs to be moved right now.
I'll move the car.
Listen, I do not want to arrest you or your wife, but that is where this has gone. The car needs to be moved.
She'll be up that pole again in 2 seconds.
She will not be up that pole again, okay?
Why?
We're not going to, because we're not going to allow her. It's disorderly conduct if anybody goes up the pole. I need the car moved right now.
Am I still going to be allowed to keep my pole?
They advised earlier they're not taking the pole, they're putting them.
They've asked people if they want them, they'll lay it in the driveway.
Well, I would like my pole, yes, because
They let everybody keep it.
that's not what I saw, and my neighbors didn't tell me that.
Well,
She's mad as
the
heck
law
that
is
hers
supposed to
gone.
take it, but they offered you the courtesy of letting you keep it.
You can stand, you may stand here, you may not.
Please
talk.
video. I'm sure you will. March Sadness. You take kids, that's there goes 60 years of history, guys. No wonder this country's got a hell of a handbag. God, way to screw it up. That pole staying, please.
Yeah, all of them are gone. Take it out.
What? You just told me I can keep it. You lied.
No,
You said we had the option of keeping the pole.
you can come and pick it up.
No, you didn't say that. You said I can keep my pole.
Your kids right now, go in the house. Oh, here comes the This is our house. We can stand out here. You cannot talk these people. I can
You
talk to
just
you.
lied to me,
If I
officer.
talk- You can talk to me. That's
Roll the
fine.
tape back.
You know what?
You
made
just
me
told me
sick.
we could keep that thing, and
made
now
me
you lied.
sick.
That's
You
a great
explained
use
my
of force and money
non-verbal
power
abuse
today.
of her only fault.
And I have the freedom to speak. It's the United States First Amendment rights to speak my will.
Now, I'm going to tell you flat out what the real problem is with us here in America. We have no principles. We have no morals. We have no values. We have no set of standards. We don't, we are religious as hell. Man, we'll go to church. Whoa, look, we're going to church. We're going to church. Talk these Bibles and don't have a clue to what's in it, and don't live by it. And as a result, we are an immoral country, an immoral society, and we have lost our way. That's because it's all eroded. The whole thing. It's gone. Gone! Literally. Because of your hypocritical preachers and teachers who you love to have. Everything is all bent out of shape. This tyranny is coming to a town and a home near you. You better believe that, and that's the true straight way. So, again, we're too divided. We are just entirely too divided as a people. You can't get 50 people together at all to get behind any truth, even if it costs you your life, because you'd rather live as a slave than to live free. And that's the truth. And that's the true straight way.